My name is Ivan, and today I have the pretty provocative question to you. So, I'm wondering if anyone from this auditory tried to build some software for the robotic system. Just raise your hand, or in case if you are listening online, send the plus sign to the chat. Okay, and the follow-up question: who solved these problems within a 1 week? I mean, in terms of this task. So, today I'll show you the system where you or anyone else can control the robot using your own voice. In any language without the single line of the code, just just voice and robot action, and that's all. We call that agent to robot protocol, or in short A2R. And yes, in the end robot will dance. Stay tuned. A few words about me. I'm a software engineer at Cloud Linux, who has around 10 years of the overall experience in the industry. Before that, I worked at Amazon Web Services and Oracle. I tried to build my own startup, and currently my interests are around AI, high load, and data engineering. And that's the fun fact. I'm not a robot engineer and not a scientist. So, but all of these action items are around the my point of view as a software engineer on those industry. So let's take a look at the problem. So in nowadays, robots are fantastically capable. Quadruped platforms climbing stairs. So in case if you kick the robot, it will restore in a second. But you know the fun fact that hardware itself is ready for any action items, but nobody actually using it. Probably you will ask why. Because of first of all, it's too complex. So where is the traditional path to achieve all of these things? So that's about learning robot operating system, like understand the concepts like nodes, topics, services. So in case if you will understand all of these things, you should build the YAML configuration, launch them, and so on the other end, you should understand the kinematics. You should understand how to build the guardrails for your coordination frames. And so let me give you the cherry of the top. In case if you are managing all of this in some virtualized environment, that's of course, running this in some Docker environment or on premise and fighting with different computer science things like networks, Docker failures, and stuff like that. So, and the generic item here, that the gap itself is not in the hardware. It's about some, in some layer which is between the human intent and robotics API. And in general, that's the months of the trainings. So if we will ask some warehouse operator or even the school teacher to deal with that, I would say that let's call the numbers and be fair that 90% of those persons will never get there. So, and the our approach will close the gap between the robotics software understanding of the robot operation system plus the like your voice and your thoughts. Uh, and let me share first of all our vision here. So Kirill and me discussed that using the following way. Like we should say something like do the 3 steps forward, turn left, and robot will do that for you. And so that could be pretty technology agnostic. So we are talking about no code, no terminal, no robot operation system knowledge, and of course language agnostic. English, Ukrainian, any other language are applicable. So probably you are thinking that guy, are you joking? That's the marketing. And let me show you. So for today, I'll show you how to deal with that using your voice, which will be converted to the speech to text and converted to the robot's commands using the AI agent. So here is my emulator. Unfortunately, I haven't the real robot. I have the gazebo simulator, and in other on the other side, I have the like my terminal. Let me put the enter here, and you will see the some console. Currently, I would like to speak, and I'll try to ask robot to dance. Dance. So it's translated, and let's wait a couple of seconds because of the delay is present. Unfortunately, that's true because of that's the part of all of these things. Yeah, you see, this is the dancing robot for you. So we've tried to do our best to achieve some robot dance. Yeah. Maybe not ideal, but yeah, you see that it works. It works in some kind of simulator mode.
Is it possible to make this picture bigger?
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay.
So you see the dancing robot. Probably that's the fun fact, and in case if we will try to deal with that in a real robot, that's probably will be more beautiful. But in case if we are in simulation mode, then you know there is no other approach how to deal with that. So let me try to show you something else. 3 steps forward, 1 step left. So let's wait because of there are no other choice, unfortunately. So we should spend some time. Yeah, you see, it's moved. So I would say that 1 step. This is like the combination of like 0.3 of the meters from the robot perspective, and that's the 3 of this distance. I mean that 0. like 0.9 meters. This is the 3 steps. Yeah. So, and it's moving left. Yeah. So let me try to. You see that it's finished, and so robot is there. And let's move on. Probably, yeah. So you see this demo, and let's dive deep and let's understand how it works end to end. So first of all, you saw some latency here. And so, first of all, that's about my style of speaking. We are spending around 2 seconds for like our speech. Plus, we are spending some time for a speech to text. This text from our neural network will be sent to AI agent, which is related to some handling around 3 seconds. And of course, the robot emulator movement within the, let's say, 17 seconds. And that's the half of the minute in total. Not so fast, but like near real time. Let's call it like that. And so let me share the overall protocol for you. So first of all, it's fully about your language input. This language input will be moved to as a text to some skill for AI agent. This skill converts it to the Python-based command, and it's based on the JSON contract as an output. So this command will be used by transport layer and translated to the physical layer, I mean to the robot motors at the end of the pass. That's the way. So, and let me try to dive deep into the different pieces of this protocol. So about the intent, human intent itself. So in nowadays, this is about different languages, like English, German, Russian, Ukrainian, any other. So that's about using microphone, using the speech-to-text technology. So it will be converted to the chat. And in future, currently, some people in the Silicon Valley are speaking about brain control interface, which is fully related to some neurons movement or signals from the eyes. Maybe we will have this after like a year or two. We'll see. So our like speech will be converted to the text and pass it to AI skill, which is also acts as a translator. So we are translating the real words to the Python script output.